High above the Arctic Circle, Tromso is the cruise port that defies visitors to only spend one day there. Set deep within the fjord, sailing and sail away are spectacular, with snow-capped mountains raising expectations of the adventures that await. What you can do there, of course, depends on the time of year of your visit, and in this video we'll show you what we got up to on our day exploring the port, some of what we missed out, and what excursion options we were made aware of. But first up, the cruise dock, and most visiting cruise lines use the Breivik dock to the north of the city. It's a 20 to 25 minute bus journey into the city, and your cruise line will likely run a shuttle bus. However, if they don't worry, it's just a short walk to the nearest bus stop. Walking all the way into town isn't really advised, as you quickly run out of pavement, and buses drop you right in the heart of the city, immediately next to the tourist information centre, and here you're close to the shops and the main waterside area with its fabulous bars and restaurants. We opted to explore the town rather than do a cruise ship excursion. And by exploring the town area, you'll be sure not to miss out on the wonderful historic churches, the fabulous shopping and the amazing museums that are on offer here. There is so much on offer here, and some of the things we sadly had to give a miss to included the Polar Museum, the Museum of Photography, the Polar Aquarium with its colony of bearded seals, and the Polar Botanical Garden. The Johanna microbrewery is also a popular attraction with visitors, and although we didn't visit the microbrewery, we did get to sample some of its produce around the bars in the town. So our first port of call was the small but ever so much fun Troll Museum. This somewhat quirky museum takes you into the world of Norse folklore and the significance that nature and the environment has played in local superstitions. It does of course educate you on the whole phenomenon of trolls and how they became so steeped in Norwegian culture. It is filled with interactive exhibits to bring the stories to life. The main shopping street is just a few minutes walk away from here, and this is filled with great shops and some charming cafes. There has been a settlement here since medieval times and possibly earlier, and you can see the remains of the original settlement right in the heart of the city. Whilst not a lot to see there are some really fascinating information boards to help explain the remaining features that you can see. Tromso's famous Arctic Cathedral lies across the fjord from the main town. It's not actually a cathedral, but is a visually stunning church built in 1965. To access it, you have to cross the Tromso Bridge, which is a long, expansive steel structure that provides some absolutely fabulous views as you cross. An entrance fee of approximately £5 is payable, and it's as wonderful inside as it is out. My gosh, what a place. And whilst on that side of the fjord, a further 15 minutes walking takes you to the Fjellheisen gondola. And you are able to buy tickets on arrival, or of course you can pre-book via their website or sites like Viator or Get Your Guide. This is a spectacular ride up the mountain overlooking Tromso, and the views are simply stunning. There is of course a cafe at the top and a bar too. What a spot for a bit of lunch. And Tromso has a fun nightlife too, with some really good bars and dining options. We chose the ice bar experience at Magic Ice. This was a whole heap of fun and provided plenty of giggles and bubbles of course. Exploring the area around Tromso is an understandably tempting alternative to exploring the town, and excursions of course can be pre-booked via your cruise provider or via sites like Get Your Guide or Viator. You can though organise excursions once you arrive in the town, with shops specialising in this, and also you're able to book both base trips directly at the quayside. In autumn and winter, northern light hunts by boat or bus are very popular, though of course there are no guarantees that you'll actually see the lights. Boat trips into the fjord provide opportunities to spot whales and other wildlife. Bus tours can also take you deep into the surrounding countryside to spot wildlife and experience the culture of the indigenous Sami population. In winter there are options for dog or reindeer sledding or snowmobiling, but these are very popular and it's best to book ahead if this is a must-do for you. Tromso really wowed us and made us want to come back to explore more. It has culture and a real vibe that's hard to describe, but you'll know it when you've been there. It's unmistakable. It's also reputed to be one of the top locations to see the Northern Lights, and it certainly didn't disappoint in that regard either. What a place. Thank you Tromso, we cannot wait to come back.
Please like and subscribe.